All right, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up? What's good? What's going on? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game. What's good? So, in this video, well, let me make sure all my shit is working. So, I'm going to be talking about how you need to enjoy the company of women, even if you just want sex. Okay? Even if you just want sex, you have to enjoy the company of women. What up, Theo C, Miami Soldier in the building? Dominic Williams, what up? Shout out to you. Kenwood Drive was good. What's the deal? Oh, before I begin, just want to remind you guys, I'm going to have a Black Friday through Cyber Monday sale. So I'm going to have a sale where I'm going to be giving you guys a bunch of products for a low price. You feel what I'm saying? So, I will, you'll see that announcement soon on the videos or whatever. But from Black Friday, which is November 29th, through December 3rd, which is Cyber Monday. You're not 3rd, December 2nd, which is Cyber Monday. I'm going to be having a sale. So just look out for that shit. It's going to be on point. You feel what I'm saying? So what up? Handsome Bachelor Lifestyle, Dr. Mental Young was good. Elroy Jetson Will was good. Kendall was popping. Raymond was good, bro. So I was talking about, the title is, you have to enjoy the company of women, even if you just want sex. Now, the reason why I say that is because, I watch a lot of videos on YouTube where guys want to, just have sex with chicks. They're like, oh, these chicks are annoying. They suck. I'm just trying to pump and dump and all that other stuff, right? And I get all that, but most of those guys who talk that shit are most likely not going to get sex from women. Why? Because in order for you to really get sex from a chick, or just women in general, you got to actually enjoy the company of the chick. Even if you just want sex, even if you just want to pump and dump chicks and get with chicks and all that other stuff, you're still going to have to deal with women. See, a lot of times guys want to deal with women without having to deal with women. You understand what I'm saying? But you have to deal with women if you want to deal with women. You understand what I'm saying? There's no way around it. So, meaning, you're going to have to approach them, talk to them, interact with them in order to get to the sex. So, what's going to happen is this. The more that you're repelled by dealing with women or interacting with women, the harder it's going to be for you to get sex. Because most of the guys who are having trouble getting with women and who are frustrated with women, right? It's going to be hard for them to get women because of that frustration, because of that anger, because of that animosity there, right? So when you're dealing with women, they can feel that energy. They can feel that you don't fucking like them. They can feel that you don't want to be around them. And the thing is, because women are, they're emotional, they're just like from moment to moment on some other shit. You need to be able to deal with that in order to get to sex, right? So, every dude has a specific amount of tolerance they have for when they're dealing with chicks in general, right? Some guys can tolerate dealing with women non-sexually. Shout out to my dude Elijah Curry. He talks about non-sexual attention. But some dudes, they have a higher tolerance for dealing with women non-sexually than others. But within your interactions with women, you're going to be dealing with women non-sexually, right? When you approach a girl and talk to her, that's a non-sexual situation, right? But to get to the sex, you're going to have to deal with the woman non-sexually. You understand? And so if you don't enjoy the company of women, it's going to be hard for you to get there. So what I'm trying to explain to you guys is that when you're the type of guy, let's say you are, just some dude, like even where I see like, a lot of MGTOW dudes be frustrated at women, or, some dudes just be on the internet talking a bunch of shit about chicks and, oh, women are this, women are that. And I'm like, bruh, You talking about you just want to pump and dump, but you cannot get to that point unless you actually are in the company of women. Now, the thing is, you don't necessarily have to enjoy the company of women. I'm just saying it's going to be harder for you to get sex if you don't enjoy the company of women. You understand? So if you have any anger, any frustration, any animosity towards chicks in general, that's going to come out when you're interacting with them, and that's going to make it harder for you to form a connection with a chick to actually make something happen. When I say a connection, I'm not saying you have to be sitting there getting to know a chick all day and doing all this other extra shit. I'm just saying a connection to where your desire for the woman, right, is authentic and enough to get you to the point of sex. You understand what I'm saying? Because you can desire to fuck the chick, but if you really hate the chick, what up, Dada Saints was popping. If you really hate the chick, and that's going to be a conflict. You understand what I'm saying? Of you getting to that point, unless getting escorts and just paying for pussy. Other than that, it's going to be, it's going to be a hard thing for you. You know what I'm saying? So that's the thing. You gotta really understand what's popping off out here in these streets. So what's going on with y'all in the chat though? What's good with y'all? What's good with y'all? What is good with y'all in the chat? But yeah, that's the thing. I tell guys, see, when you actually like women, you feel what I'm saying? It's easier for you to make shit happen, right? Because if you're a guy who has game and you like chicks, you feel what I'm saying? You like women, it's going to be easier for you to make shit happen. The funny part is that when you have game, you get better treatment from women. You understand what I'm saying? In a lot of situations. So then, therefore, you like them more. The funny part is dudes who don't got game end up having terrible treatment from women, which makes them, hate them more. You feel what I'm saying? So that also happens, which is kind of crazy. You feel what I mean? Like, so that's the type of shit that could go down. You know what I'm saying? So the thing is that you got to understand that even if you just want sex, if you want a lot of sex, if you want to pump and dump, if you want to, just get sex from women, you have to understand that you got to enjoy the company of women. So most of these guys out here who are angry and frustrated with women and saying, well, chicks annoy me and, I don't want nothing to do with them but fucking them, it's going to be hard for you to get to the fucking because you're annoyed by the woman. You see what I'm saying? That's the crazy part about it. Because what's going to happen is that when you're trying to get the girl, you're going to be dealing with a whole bunch of shit. Because what's going to happen is you're going to be out here trying to holler at chicks. Some chicks ain't going to try to talk to you. Some chicks going to be rude to your ass. Some chicks, you try to set a time to meet up with them, they're going to flake. Some chicks, you're going to be in a situation where you want to have sex with them, but they act a little wishy-washy. They don't want to make shit happen. And all those things can make you even more and more frustrated. So if you are, what up, Jaron, what's popping? If you are so angry and so frustrated all the time, what up, King Ken, was good, then it's going to be harder for you to get the chicks. You understand? Because, see, a lot of times, what makes it difficult and hard for certain dudes to make shit pop is because even when they meet a girl, you know what I'm saying? What up, Javante was good. King Ken, Will was popping. When these dudes meet a girl, right? But they still have that anger and frustration in their heart. You understand? These guys still have that anger, frustration in their heart. Even if they're trying to pretend to be engaged with the situation with the chick, that energy of frustration and anger is still there within them, and it's felt. You understand what I'm saying? Which is why it's hard for the shit to connect. You understand? Which is why, they'll get sometimes that wishy-washy type of weird energy from the chick. Because she can feel that you're not being authentic with what you're saying or what you're doing. You see what I'm saying? Your energy and your game is coming from a place of resentment and anger and frustration. You understand? What up, Lorenzo? Fabian K was good. The Greek surgeon was popping, bro. Yeah, exactly, Peace Lord. The heart is hardened. Exactly. These motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying? So when you get into a situation with the chick, you're frustrated. It's the same thing where, let's say, for example, you may have um you may have a woman who has had really fucked up, situations with men, right? And so when she meets another man, even though she's smiling and being pleasant or whatever at that moment, her frustration with men is at some point going to come out. What up, Joe Blast was popping, right? And so he's going to see that and he's going to feel that. So you can't hide those things, right? So what needs to happen is you got to get to the point where you come to terms with accepting women. You understand? I'm not saying you got to love everything they're doing, but you have to accept that you're dealing with a woman. You understand? You have to come to peace with the fact that, women are going to be how they're going to be. You feel what I'm saying? What up, Kelly Moore was popping, bro? Women are going to be how they're going to be. And so once you understand that, once you realize that, once you recognize that, then it becomes a situation where, it becomes a situation where when you're dealing with them, you have that understanding. So when they do certain things, it doesn't get you so upset and so frustrated. It's not that you like it, but it doesn't affect you the same way because you've accepted this is how it is, right? Now, once you've accepted that, then it's easier to interact with the chick, to seduce the girl if you want, to make something happen with her. Right? And then what happens now is that in turn, when you start becoming more well-versed in this shit, your game starts getting tighter, you start to notice you're getting better treatment from women, and then you start to like the women even more. You feel what I'm saying? Hold on. Hold on. Yo, what's poppin'? Who this?
Yo, what's good, Locario? It's your boy Miguel.
What's going on, bro?
Chilling, bro. Just, I noticed you talking about the topic of, kind of the hardening of the heart.
Right.
When it comes to these chicks. I think the craziest thing that we're seeing is that some of these guys are hardened, but, like, they haven't even gone through anything.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, as far as being in the game, there's always going to be contact, right? It's a contact sport. So,
right.
As far as my experience, I mean, I've been hurt by a chick. I'd say probably one chick or two, maybe two. But, typically, if I had to go back and look at it, I can sit here and say that it was my fault. There were signs, there were things that this girl was doing that I probably should have checked her on.
Right.
And repeatedly, I kind of just, disregarded it. I just turned 27, but these are all things that had maybe happened around the age of 21.
Right.
So a lot has changed. I've learned a lot. But I think a lot of guys need to get over, some of their disappointments, just due to the fact that it's not until you get over it and you start to improve and you work on yourself that you really start to, really see what's on the other side. And so to give you an example, right? Last Tuesday, I went out, one of my boys, grabbed some tacos or whatnot, and there was a chick, these two chicks, she was, for these guys who love them, choosing signals, right?
Right.
So, so I went over there, introduced myself. Long story short, we got them back to the crib. But every now and then I fumble the play and like I just didn't make the move, right?
Right.
I kind of mistook a couple of the cues that that she was just. I just mistook a couple things that she responded with some of my advanced thoughts. I let it go, right? It fell apart. Now it was so. Let's fast forward to this past Friday. There was this chick, and I had smashed her before, but I hadn't smashed her in like 6 months. I ran into her while I was out, so I brought her home. And she's a neighbor, and so I got one. My roommate got the other one, and this girl, she's letting me hit. And she, we're doing all these crazy things, and she's telling me about how she's kind of like bisexual, and she has a boyfriend. And that's when I found out she had a boyfriend, right?
Right.
But essentially, she's letting me into all the shit that she's into. You know what I'm saying? And she's telling me the truth. It's kind of like when the mask falls off, and like most guys will sit here and think like, oh, these are your low class, chicks. Nah, this girl works for like some prestigious law firm. You know what I'm saying? And she got a good job, and she went to so and such school. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And she's giving me everything. You know what I'm saying? So, going back to what I said at the beginning, it's not really until you just come to accept the game for what it is.
Right.
And you move accordingly. And you protect yourself from your down. You know what I'm saying? From any like, bullshit. So that's when you'll finally kind of come into the space of getting all the pussy you want. You know what I'm saying? And just really connecting with these girls.
Right. Well, that's the thing. See, this is why I be telling dudes, they actually have to go out into the world, you know what I'm saying? And see what's actually happening so that they'll really know what's going on with women. You feel what I'm saying? In a lot of these cases. Because this is the thing. Most guys is just speculation of what they think is popping off. You understand what I'm saying? But they're not really, they don't really know what's the real because they're not really living in the reality of what's going on. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
You feel me?
And yeah, man, shit's crazy. It's crazy. Like, they don't understand how easy it is. Once, once you develop, your game, your confidence.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's easy. Saturday night, I went out for an hour. I left the crib maybe right around 12:45. Got to the spot by 1. We were out for an hour.
Right.
The last 15 minutes, we're talking to these 3 girls. Bring them back. I usually tell a girl I want to take her on a tour of the apartment. So I start with my roommate's end.
Right.
His wing, and then we end up on my wing. Right.
Right.
And then I shut the door. I make the move, and this girl this time she wasn't feeling it. Right. But so we came back to the dining area, just kicking it. I wasn't bugged out by anything. Shit, I got pussy the day before. I got pussy a couple days before that as well. And so then she asked me if she could use my bathroom. I was like, yeah, sure, go do whatever. Yo, 35 seconds later, she came back. She was like, yo, do you want to use your toy on me? And I was like, sure. I had this little vibrator wand that I left in my bathroom.
Right.
And she saw it. She saw it. And then she came back and she was like, yo, you want to use your toy on me? I was like, yeah, sure, yeah, let's do it.
Right. That's what's up.
And,
see? But see, the thing is, dudes again, see that's real life shit happening, and a lot of guys won't realize or don't know that women are that sexual or be that sexual or whatever. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
They don't understand that shit.
Yeah, exactly. So my mistake, because me and my boy, we always recap the night. We watch film and we just chop game, right? But my mistake at when I first had told you about Tuesday night was that like I didn't come at her like I was already, what I'm saying, how I really am. You know what I'm saying? Like I was trying to just like soft shoot my way into it, but nah, you just really gotta like talk to these girls and get at them and let them know that you know what it is. And once they know that, what I'm saying, like just give it a little bit of time, and then, typically they'll be down with it.
Real talk.
That's
Real
my
talk.
experience.
Real talk, man. But yo, man, I appreciate the call, my brother. You know what I'm saying? And let me know when you back in the city, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all be out here, man. You got, we gotta get up. You feel me?
All right, for sure.
All right, bro.
Thanks for taking my call.
All right, man. I'm holla. Peace. Later. All right. All right. Yo, what's going on? Who's this?
Locario, what's happening, Playboy?
What's going on?
Yo, man, I was just gonna ask you, what do you think is better between social circle and like
Wait,
just
what
running
happened? You
street?
hold on. You breaking up? What you said? Say that again.
Hold on.
You got to fix the phone, bruh.
Yeah, hold on.
All
You
right,
hear
go
me
ahead.
now?
Yeah, I can hear you. Go ahead.
All right, so I was gonna ask you, what's better between social circle and stranger approach? Because a lot of times when I go out and I'm looking for girls, I can't find anything. But like I'll see like an ugly, homeless-looking dude, and he's with a bad chick, you know. So I was always wondering, like, is it a waste of time to just be looking at the street for it, or what?
No, I mean, well, the thing is, the dudes, you don't know how that dude got the chick. You know what I'm saying? He probably could have got her hollering at her in the street. You know what I'm saying? You never know. So it's not necessarily like one is better than the other. It's just you gotta know how to do each situation. A social circle, is good in the sense that the people know you already, and you know people that know people, but it's still sort of limited in a certain sense. And hollering cold approach in the street has its points, but it's like everything has its pros and cons. You just got to figure out how you want to do it and the best way to do whatever you're trying to do. You feel what I'm saying?
Okay.
All right, bro.
All right, bro. So let me ask you, where would be like I'm a black dude and I'm 25. Where would be the best place to find girls in their 20 around my age? Like my comments suck.
You said where's the best way to find women at what?
That's my age, like in their 20s, Because like usually when I go out, it's usually like a older crowd or like a nerdy crowd, And I'm just like most of the people that I see that would be like my type of people. They work on the music scene or they do like that YouTube, Instagram, fame shit, So.
And you're saying like where would you find those type of chicks? Like chicks your age?
Yeah, girls with style, that, like a good style, fly chicks,
And where you live at?
I live in Brooklyn.
Nigga, you live in Brooklyn? Oh my goodness, bro. Are you serious?
Bro, I'm the only child. I have no family, no friends.
Nigga, you better go. They everywhere, man. What are you talking about, man? What are you?
Bro,
they all over.
I don't be seeing them, man. Like I know, like by Utica, they have a bunch of them, but
right.
I be over at Utica, it's dead over there. So
nigga, you got to go to Manhattan, man. Go to Manhattan. Go to Lower East Side. Go to fucking Meatpacking District. There be mad 22, 23-year-old chicks in all these damn clubs, bro. What are you talking about? They're everywhere. You know what I'm saying?
Like, do you have a spot in particular, man? Because,
yes,
when I go there, I'm like the only black dude there.
It don't matter. Go to
Like
LeBain. Listen, go to LeBain or go to Pianos. Those two places, all right? All right, man. I got to take some more calls. LeBain or Pianos. All right, peace.
All right.
This nigga say he in Brooklyn. Oh, my goodness. Yo, bro, what's going on?
Yo, what's going on, man?
What's poppin'? Is Miles Cunningham in the building? What's good?
What up?
So
Yo, this is a pretty good topic.
Right.
This is a good topic because my voice is kind of fucked because I was out late last night fucking. So y'all gotta forgive me. Nah, it's a fact. No, it's a fact. But no, you know what? You know what I gotta tell niggas? The way to really like enjoy yourself with females, right? Is you gotta first forgive yourself.
That's deep.
You understand?
Preach.
Yeah, no, it's real shit because I mean everybody's emotional, right?
Right.
And everybody has emotional content to them. But nowadays it's even worse because like everybody including men, everybody's being persuaded and inspired and influenced to be more and more bitch.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And the traits of a bitch is that you hold grudges. You understand?
Right.
Now a lot of cats we're holding grudges. We're holding grudges on bitches that did us wrong. We're holding grudges on bitches. Every bitch that ever fucking rejected us after a cold approach. We're holding grudges, for that first bitch in junior high school that quote unquote broke your heart and all that other shit, right? But here's what it is. The real grudge is with ourselves because since we reached a certain level of maturity of the game, we're actually, and we don't even really know that it was our fault because we didn't take personal responsibility for getting played by the bitch.
Exactly.
The person that we really have to, because the bitch is long gone. But how come we still holding the grudge?
Right.
We still holding a grudge. We still holding a grudge because that negative energy is within us. You understand?
Exactly.
And I could tell you this truthfully that I've been one of them type of niggas. You know what I'm saying? I've been one of them type of niggas to hold that type of feeling against females, like, oh, females are bad, females are a waste of time, females are this, females are that. Now the thing is, a good way to forgive yourself so you can actually enjoy a female's company is to forgive yourself and learn to enjoy your own company.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Because a lot of us is mad at ourselves for not knowing enough game. Let's be honest. A lot of niggas is out there, you know, they act like they're upset with females, but they're really upset with themselves because they just don't know enough game.
Right.
And maybe they're not at the stage where they're willing to really accept game and to learn game and to put game into practice.
Right.
And it takes time. But the point is, you have to have a pure heart. And when I say, and the reason why I say pure is that you have to engage females and anything else in life. You have to engage it with a pure heart and engage it because it's something that you're actually interested in. You understand?
Right.
Meaning that you're actually interested in going through the experience of that thing.
Facts.
So take it like this. And we kind of spoke about this on the Confidence Show. Y'all niggas need to get up on the Confidence Show.
Exactly.
Because the game is a different element of game, but it's actually deeper, and it can help you with a whole lot of things in your life in general. But the point I'm trying to make is we talked about when Kobe Bryant was talking about how failure doesn't exist, right? And he was saying that when you're dependent on winning or losing, that means you only want to win because you're worried about your ego, or you're worried about losing because you're worried about hurting your ego.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? But when you play the sport, when you play the game, simply because you're interested in experiencing the game, then that's when you can actually grow as a person.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So, but in order to do that, you have to forgive yourself, and a big part of forgiving yourself is letting go of the ego part of it, letting go of that part that's worried about the chick doing you wrong or rejecting you or whatever it is. You understand? It's like imagine this. It's like imagine you go watch a movie, right? Now a lot of y'all niggas seen Scarface, right?
Right.
And Scarface is the star of the show, right? He's basically the protagonist or whatever you want to call it. Like he's the guy you're rooting for, even though he's a drug dealer
right.
and he's evil. He's the guy that you're rooting for. You understand? Because even though he's a drug dealer, he's a lovable character, and you know you get to know him and you start to like him and you start to root for him. Now imagine if right before the end of the movie you turn it off and never watch the end of the movie.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
What happens is you never get the full experience of the movie Scarface.
Right.
So when you're talking about it and somebody says, "Hey, did you see what happened at the end?" and you be like, "Nah, I didn't want to see what happened at the end because the ego inside of me just loved the character of Tony Montana, and I don't want to see what happens to him at the end." You understand?
Right.
So you don't get the full experience of the movie. But somebody who's actually interested in a complete story, in a complete experience of the movie, they'll watch it till the end, and they'll see Tony Montana get shot in the back and fucking die.
Right.
You understand?
Right.
And you can say that, and now without ego and without like being dependent on a happily ever after or being scared of a sad ending, you get to experience the full experience of the movie. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's what happens with a lot of us. With a lot of us when it comes to life and other things, even other than women. But since we're talking about women, that's what happens about women where it's like we're worried about the outcome. We're worried about if she might do us wrong, if she might act crazy, if she might try to me to us, if she might try to do this, if she might try to do that. Like, but that's why you learn game. You understand? You learn game so you know how when shit comes up, you learn how to deal with it. And then when you sometimes you might make a mistake, but that mistake teaches you how to deal with a similar situation in the future better. You understand? And that should be where your true focus is, to get better and better and better. So when things come up dealing with females, you know how to maneuver it and still get back to enjoying yourself.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Facts.
Because I told y'all about an experience the other day. I think I did. I'm not sure, but I had an experience with a chick I was fucking with, and she was a young-minded broad, and I wanted to smash, but she was giving me problems because she didn't like the fact that I didn't text her as often as she would like. And I fucking, I made sure, like, I didn't lose my cool. I didn't really reply to her text. I just asked her when was a good time to give her a call, and I called her late that night, and I set her straight, and I ended up getting the box. You understand what I'm saying? I ended up smashing, but still, the story didn't end all the way good. Hello?
Yeah, you still there?
Well, okay. I heard some static. The story it wasn't a happy ending because I still had to charge with it.
Right.
You understand?
Right.
But the fact of the matter is, I went through the ups and downs of that interaction, and I came out a stronger person, a stronger man at the other end, and I got more practice with my game. So the next time I deal with a bitch that don't understand how I do my thing as far as texting and is giving me problems with that type of shit, I know exactly how to deal with her.
Right.
You understand?
Right.
But what if I just got like into my ego and into my feelings and got upset that she was texting me and being disrespectful and giving me problems? I would have never saw the ending of the story.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And I never would have experienced everything I needed to experience to learn what I needed to learn as far as the game. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I probably wouldn't have smashed because I would have. Because the old Miles Cunningham would have charged that bitch as soon as she started being disrespectful.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But now that I have more game and I've been experiencing more with these broads, I can maneuver this shit and still get what I want. You understand?
Right.
But still, that's a certain level. That's levels, bro. That's levels. You understand? My nigga, I've been through certain things, bro. I remember I was taking bitches out to dinner and a movie on Valentine's Day. Right?
Wow.
And at the end of the movie, we was walking out the movie theater, and the bitch did a beeline and walked away from me, bro.
Wow. Oh yeah, I remember you told me.
You remember that, right?
Right.
You remember that? Like I literally had to chase this bitch down and snatch the flowers that I bought for her out of her hand and throw them on the ground. And even then, she didn't even blink. She just kept walking, bro.
Wow.
So I wasted my time and money on this hoe, and she kept walking. And it was devastating to me. I was in the middle of Times Square, cussing this bitch, cussing at the top of my lungs, and while she was just walking away with her back turned to me.
Wow.
Nobody even knew who I was cussing at. That's how slick this bitch was. You understand?
Wow.
So you're talking to a guy who's been through some shit with some females.
Right.
And so if I wanted to, I could hold that shit against females forever and ever and never get to fully experience like interaction with females and learning games like I should. You understand what I'm saying? And like I'm doing right now. You see what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. And when I look back at that situation for a long time, I felt bad because she was a chick that I had smashed before, but I knew she was a lying-ass bitch. And I felt stupid for even taking her out for Valentine's Day. So I was, like I said, I didn't forgive myself for a very long time for that situation, bro. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So I say all of that to let y'all know that I have an idea of what the fuck I'm talking about. And a lot of you can't. The reason why you're not connecting with females is because you're still holding grudges and you still haven't forgave yourself for the mistakes that you've made with bitches in the past. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So you need to. So that's another part of learning games. Like you can't you can't be like females. You can't be bitter. You can't hold grudges, and you can't let that shit stop your growth within this game. You understand? The only way to grow is to basically give yourself a clean slate with every new chick that you meet.
Right.
And start fresh.
Right.
You understand?
Exactly.
And have a positive attitude so you can move forward and experience new things so you can grow. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Real talk. Real fucking talk. And that's the thing, because unfortunately we got a lot of dudes, and I noticed this all over the internet. It's so crazy how much the internet has shown where people's minds are at, because you got a lot of guys on here who they're hurt and frustrated about shit that happened, you know what I'm saying, with some other chick in the past, and then that carries over into how they're dealing with women now, and this is why they're having a lot of issues with women now, which continues and perpetuates the feeling that they're having. You see what I mean?
Right.
So it's like it's a crazy ass cycle. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, it's funny because, you know, you actually have to make a shift in order to experience, you know, something different, in order to because this is the thing. This is dude, some of y'all probably know this dude. This is a dude named Oreo Man or something like that. Or he used to go by the name Brandon or Jan Brandon or some shit. And he was one of these like TFL dudes. And he was always so negative about, you know, shit when it came to women, right? And he would say, oh, you know, these chicks don't like me, blah, 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 right? So then this one chick, I remember it was a video, something happened where I guess some chick said that he was handsome. And so the nigga was like, man, fuck that bitch. What, you know, don't be fucking telling me I'm handsome and blah. So his mind is so negative that anything that happens, you understand what I'm saying? It's seen through negativity. You feel what I mean?
Right.
So it's like, and this is what can happen to a lot of you guys out there, where if you're so frustrated dealing with women, you feel what I'm saying? Anything that goes down, you're going to take it as something negative, and you'll never see like a positive aspect of what's actually happening in your situation. And then you just keep going in the same fucking, like, you know, thing over and over again. You know what I'm saying?
It's true.
It's crazy.
True, man. It's true, but you know, and another thing too is that chicks, every chick is different, right? Mm-hmm. Every chick is different, and you gotta like, there's things that you can learn from these hoes, bro.
Right.
There's a lot that you can learn from these hoes. Like, there's chicks themselves have, like, humans in general. If you take the time to observe people, there's a lot of game in just observing people. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And with that being said, like, chicks and having intimate interactions and things like that, it's so much to learn, bro. It's so much to learn. And so what I urge all you fellas to do is like get out of your ego, bro. Get out of your ego and develop a true desire to learn and to experience shit. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Like you know, and that's why I was talking to y'all the other day on the last couple of streams about, like, try to get away from this whole idea of the sexual market value shit. Like, just find a chick that you, the person, the individual, can vibe with.
Right.
You understand? Just like because the thing is, when you know, we take so much time looking at like like my homeboy came to visit, and he was making fun of me because I was showing him a lot of the chicks that I was matching with on my dating apps and shit like that.
Right.
And he was like, yo, I can't fuck with you, bro, because you out here fucking fat bitches. And I was like, and to him, any chick that's over like 130, 150 pounds is a fat bitch.
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, you know what I mean? And so it's like, I can't tell him what he should like, and that's cool. Right. But the point is, he's super picky, and he don't fuck with as many bitches as I do, though. Right. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's the difference between me and him. But I'm sure that there's a lot of chicks that he could vibe with that may not be, you know, have a certain look or be under a certain weight that he would have a good time with if he would allow himself to. You understand what I'm saying?
Right. Mm-hmm.
So so that's what I'm saying. A lot of times, the ego makes us make all these decisions based on like outward looks. I mean, I'm not saying to go find a bitch that looks like Precious to go date. You know what I'm saying? I'm not telling you to do that.
Right.
But there's a lot of decent fuckable chicks out here that you can vibe with and get some and just get some face time. You understand what I'm saying? Like get loud, like basically, log some minutes in the game is what I'm saying. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Log some minutes in the game. That's how you because a lot of you niggas who probably play video games, you know what I mean by experience points. Right? You know what I mean when I say XP.
Right.
Where you don't get to the next level unless you log some time on the game. You get some experience points. And what I'm saying is that you gotta just find chicks and people that you can vibe with, bro.
Right. Real
like
talk.
Forgive yourself. Take some of the ego out of it, and just if you can stare at a chick for more than a minute without throwing up, then check to see if you can vibe with her. You know what I'm saying?
That's hilarious.
If she's good looking enough for you to be able to, to be in close proximity to her, and she don't make you wanna fucking spit. Yeah, then maybe she's alright. You know what I'm saying? Maybe she's okay.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because like a lot of y'all, for real though, a lot of y'all niggas is wasting time trying to look for fucking supermodels, bro. Like that shit don't even make sense, bro. It really don't. It really don't. And I'm saying this too because being that a lot of cats is so inexperienced, right? It's like they only think that they will get a good experience from a quote unquote hot chick.
Right, exactly.
Look, and this is not a diss, but there's a lot that you don't know that you don't know. See what I'm saying?
Right.
There's a lot that you don't know that you don't know. So you're on the outside looking in and you're thinking, ooh, yeah, I want me a hot chick. I want me a pretty chick. I want me a dime. I want this. I want that. And it's like, and you never know, that a fucking a 7 or 8 or even a 6 will actually show you a good time. Well, my nigga. I did a wedding recently, my nigga, and the groom is a decent looking fellow, pause, right? Decent looking fellow, right? But the bride, my nigga, son, I'm looking at this bride, I'm thinking, why? Why is this nigga doing this? Why is he signing his life away to this thing? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but that's my opinion. You understand?
Right.
Now, so then during the wedding, they actually gave their own vows, right? And when I'm not gonna repeat it because it might put me too. If somebody's listening to this, it might put me in too close a proximity to, the wedding. You understand? So I don't want to do that. So I'm not gonna repeat what they said. But based on the stuff that the groom that the bride said to the groom when they stated their vows,
right?
Understand why this man would marry her. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Because the shit she said was the type of shit I wish every woman could actually understand when it came to how they should view their husband and the man in their life. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So when she said that shit, I still probably wouldn't marry her myself, but it made me understand a little bit more why this man is attracted to this woman and why he loves this woman the way he does. You understand what I mean?
Right.
So it's a lot. Like, I guess what I'm trying to say on top of everything is that it's a lot more to the game than just looks. You understand? There's a lot more to the game than just looks. It's a lot more to the game than what you guys see. And the reason why you're putting so much weight on everything you see is because you haven't experienced everything yet.
Exactly.
You haven't. There's a lot of stuff you haven't experienced with different types of females. So the only thing the best decisions that you can make as far as the game goes is what you can see. But you have to, we have 5 senses. sight is only one of them. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Thought's only one of them, and then there's actually a sixth sense, which is what you experience as far as your inner self. You see what I'm saying? And a lot of us cats, we haven't got to that level yet, and that's the level we really need to be in order to really get with this game, bro. That's the level you gotta that's the level you should aspire to. And that's what I'm trying to say. Like, you know, if you can try to take out all of the frivolous bullshit out of it and aspire to increase your level of the game from an internal sense.
Right.
You understand? Like you know, have a real pure, like I was saying before, have a pure interest in becoming better at the game, which means making, you know, increasing your experience points and you know, upping your levels. You know, because you say it all the time, you know, check out the Bad Boy membership to up your game. You know what I'm saying? But
Right.
niggas don't really understand what that means. All they think it means is, I want to up my game so I can get more bitches. Like, no, you want to up your game so you can learn how to experience, bitches, experience the game, and experience a higher level of your own self. You understand what I'm saying?
That's some real shit. See, because the thing is, look, a lot, you know, it's so crazy how, you know, a lot of stuff that because we're trying to teach you guys, and we said this a million times, that this isn't just about women. You understand what I'm saying? Like, the content is about women, but it's more so about you and you being a man, your masculinity, you being a better, you know, being a better version of yourself, all that type of shit. You see what I'm saying? And so a lot of this stuff that we're trying to teach you is not just about some tricks and gimmicks and, you know, weird shit to try to get a girl to fuck you and all that other stuff. We're talking about real shit that builds you up as a man. You feel what I'm saying? That's what we're trying to teach you guys out here, because the thing is, if you're sitting here fucking angry about women, it's not really about women. You're just angry. You could fucking replace women with anything else. You see what I'm saying? So there's anger in you. There's anger in you. You feel what I'm saying? And that's what it is. And so you got to get better at that, because once you get better at that, the thing that you actually want, which is the women, right? That's when you're going to attract the women. The reason why you're not attracting the women is because you have that anger in you. You see what I'm saying? And so all of your moves and everything you're doing is clouded in that anger, which is why you're still not able to get where you really want to go. You see what I'm saying? It's like let's say somebody, for example, is you know, procrastinates all the time. They could want to actually, you know, do big things and achieve their goals and all of that, but until they get rid of that procrastination, nothing's gonna fucking happen. You see what I'm saying? They're just gonna be going around in a circle. So it's the same thing when you're a guy out here trying to deal with women. If you have something that's holding you back and stopping you, which is what we're talking about now, which is that feeling of, you know, frustration, anger, resentment that you have towards women. And this is why Miles was saying that you got to forgive yourself. You got to fucking let that shit go. You know what I'm saying? And get into each new situation fresh. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
It has to be fresh. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Because if you don't, all you're doing is you're taking that baggage from the last situation or the last few situations and bringing it to the new one. This is what I was talking about earlier with a lot of times when women will do this, where because of bad shit that happened to them with women in the past, with men in the past, they take that anger of men ain't shit to the next man. And then the man is like, well, this chick is acting kind of funny, and then he leaves. And so it reinforces her idea that men ain't shit. You see what I'm saying?
Exactly. And then it's a cycle. It's a fucking horrendous
exactly.
Cycle. You understand?
Exactly.
And so basically, another thing we also telling y'all is don't act like bitches. Like, you know what I'm saying? We're men.
Right.
We're fucking men. Like, we're not here to act like hoes.
Right.
Like, we're here
exactly.
we're here to have great experiences and fucking connect with these hoes and fuck them and you know, have sex with them and you know, go out with them and experience things and listen to music and fucking watch movies and, you know what I'm saying? Laugh and joke and like fucking basically make the world a better place, my nigga. Like straight up, like you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like it's not a game, man. It's really not a game. And another thing too, man. Listen, man. When these niggas calling on the fucking live stream, bro.
Mm-hmm.
But before they just call in to freeload and ask their own question, make sure they actually address the topic. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because you know a lot of these motherfuckers they don't really give a fuck about the topic. They just calling in to get free advice to Mr. Locario. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like make sure they fucking at least talk about. You know what I'm saying? Like make sure they address the topic and then maybe ask 1 or 2 questions because y'all niggas be fucking freeloading, my niggas. like let's be honest, y'all niggas be fucking freeloading. We out here trying to fucking. You know, like we use our own life experiences to try to enrich y'all life, and all y'all want to do is fucking freeload. And a lot of y'all niggas don't want to get on the Patreon. A lot of y'all niggas don't want to get on the Bad Boy membership. A lot of y'all niggas don't want to buy nothing. You understand what I'm saying? And Locario, we still get on this bitch and still do this shit for you.
Right. But see, the thing is too, real quick, is that even so. See, this is the problem though, because and I've talked about this before, because the thing that people got to understand, and I hope this gets through people's heads, is that you get what you give. You understand what I'm saying? And so even when we talk on this stuff, this is only like, I would say, if I'm gonna be honest, it's like maybe 15 or 20% of the stuff that I give for free on here.
Right.
The other 80%, you got to, you know what I'm saying? You got to go on the membership, you got to go on the Patreons and all that other stuff. So dudes, when they think that they're trying to get it, you're not really getting it. And I do that on purpose because I want people, because this is the thing. I like for people to, because this is the thing. A lot of times people don't get shit until they realize it themselves. So for example, we could tell you, like I could tell you A, B, C, and D all day. You feel what I'm saying? And then you still won't understand A, B, C, and D until you, for some reason, realize at a certain point A, B, C, and D exist. So what'll happen is that sometimes what'll happen is that you have to keep going through the same shit over and over again until you realize, damn, I gotta switch it up. You see what I'm saying? And when they switch it up, that's when you get on the membership. That's when you get on the Patreon and all that other stuff. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, so that's what I'm telling cats is like, yo, if you want to get it to that next step or that next level, you got to do that thing. And this is not even just for us. This is an actual fact of life. Like whenever you want to get to the next step, you have to make a shift. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
You got to. You see what I mean? You got to. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy.
Well, yeah, I mean, exactly. But I'm just saying, like, make sure they address the fucking topic.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, make sure they support the topic of the show, so we can actually have a focus.
Right.
Because
right.
Just calling in to freeload on advice, that you know what I'm saying. That shit is kind of honestly is disrespectful. You feel me? So that's all I'm saying.
Right.
But anyway, I'm gonna get out of here, man. You have a good live stream, and like I said, guys, you know, forgive yourself and move forward positively, because it's all about enriching who you are, so you can enrich your life, enrich the lives of people around you, including the bitches that you meet. You feel me?
Right. That's what's up, bro. I'm gonna holler at you, man.
All right, man. Later.
All right, peace. Later. All right, so what's good, people? What time is it? I gotta go in like 15 minutes. Shit. I'll probably take a few more calls and I gotta head out. So I was gonna make this too long of a show. You feel me? Yo, what's poppin'? Who this?
Yo, is this Mr. Locario?
Yep. What's going on?
Yo, what's good? We're good. Okay, so this is Benji from Toronto, right? And honestly, like, I got a problem. Not really a problem, but more like a situation. So I've been fucking with some chicks, and honestly, I'm in college right now. So like, I be approaching girls like all over the place, and I feel like I already got a reputation and stuff. Cause like I be doing it in front of like people and stuff like that. And then there's this one girl, so she's kind of like she's kind of like crazy-ish because like how would I put this? Yeah, I would say she's kind of crazy because it's like I fucked her on the first date, but then it's like after she was sending me like a text message saying, "Oh, I can't do this, you know, because like I don't want to be in a relationship and stuff like that." And I mean, I never even mentioned being in a relationship. Then after, I was like, "All right, fine, cool." It's like 3 days later, she sees me with another girl. So then she actually texts me. So this is when I realized, like, oh, girls, you know, they get jealous and shit like that. And then after, I went on a date with her, and then she kind of like deleted me off Instagram and stuff like that. So then on Thursday, I ran into her again, and I was like, yo, I can't really be doing this because I kind of gave her more leeway than I give the rest of the chicks. And then I'm just wondering, it's like, how much leeway should I give them? You know, because I mean, I already had sex with her twice. But it's like, when should I cut it off with all the bullshit and games? You feel me?
I mean, well, that's the thing. You know, and it's at the beginning when the bullshit and games is starting. You cut them off. You cut them off completely. You understand what I'm saying? If she's acting goofy already, you cut her off. You see what I'm saying? Like you don't need to like fucking you know, play games and do a bunch of like back and forth nonsense with the girl and all that other stuff. If the girl's acting funny, and this is already at the beginning, you cut her off. You see what I'm saying? Because you got to be able to peep it from jump. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true. Because I realize, I mean, you can get sex from the bullshit, but it's like, is the juice worth the squeeze? You know what I'm saying?
Well, it's not if she acting stupid like that. That's what I'm saying. Like at the beginning, you always want to notice how a chick is fucking acting, and if she's acting ridiculous or is, you know, she's being uncooperative or whatever it is, that's when you charge it to the game. You feel what I'm saying? That's what you got to do.
True. All right. I also got one more question before I go. So, if you're cold approaching, how many cold approaches would you say where you haven't done enough to like get success, or you would say you did enough where you think you're not doing it in the right way? So let's say, because you know how you say someone did 5 cold approaches in a week, it's not enough to actually understand that you did something wrong. But let's say you did like 20 cold approaches in a week, it's still getting rejected. Then how do you know when it's like enough to say you need to switch up your style, or you say you haven't done enough to be successful?
This is the thing. It's always going to be a numbers game regardless, so you got to do a lot, a shitload. You understand what I'm saying? And so it's only, it's like this. I'll just give you a simple example. If you approach 100 women, on average, the average guy, if he approaches 100 women, he's going to get anywhere between 1 and 10 of them. You understand what I'm saying? So that's the average dude, right? Now, if your game is tight, if you approach 100 women, you'd probably get 20 or 30 of them, between like 20 and 30 chicks. You understand what I'm saying? If you're on point. So it's not necessarily, you know, a specific number, but just understand that it's always going to be anywhere between 1 and 10% of what you do if you're average. If you're above average as far as like your game, if your game is advanced, you understand, it could probably be 20 or 30%. You see what I mean? So, but it's always going to be a large number of women who are going to reject you, period. You see what I'm saying? Because if you talk to 100 women and 90 of them reject you, that's still 90 rejections, even though you got maybe 10 numbers. If you approach 100 women, you get 30 numbers, that's still 70 rejected you. You see what I'm saying? So there's always going to be a large number of women rejecting you, period. You see what I'm saying? So that's what it is.
Real talk. And should I not really care about like the reputation that I've kind of given myself, like just ignore it, or kind of like slow down on the approaches because of it?
Well, you saying that as far as your reputation of approaching women and all that other shit at your college?
Because it's like, I'm at the college, and it happened where I would approach the same girl like 4 times before I'm like, oh shit, I approached her. And then she's kind of getting annoyed and stuff like that. And at the same time, sometimes I would think that like I approached a girl, but I didn't. So then I would not even bother approaching them. And then it's like, I feel like, oh, maybe I didn't approach her before, but I skipped it because I thought that she was someone I already approached in the past.
Man, well, you gonna have to start remembering You approach a chick 4 times and not remember you approached the chick?
Yeah. And then sometimes I'll be using the same line, like I try not to, but it's like it just happens. And then she'll be like, "Oh, you said that before." So yeah, I guess that's something.
Oh my goodness, bro! You want start approaching chicks outside your college, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like do more of that.
The bus and everywhere, but it's just more repetition.
All right, do more of that, bro. All right. So I'll let you, man. All right, peace.
All right.
Later. This dude said he approached chick 4 times. That's hilarious. Oh my goodness, man. So what's popping, people? Let me get one more call, and I gotta head up out of here. Yo, what's popping? Who's this?
So Locario, the jail.
What's going on?
Shit, nothing much, man. Hey, I just want to take on from you because last week I tried to call you, but you had it was right before you had took off and you shut the show down. So
okay, well you're right. What's good?
But basically, this chick, right? We had I got her number and stuff like that online or whatever, so we was texting. So I set up the date and all that shit, So when I told her the place and the time and all that, it was at a bar or whatever. And I told her at 6:30, NFL game night. I told her it's game night, so it should be interesting. So she's all like, "Oh, insecure off the dribble. Oh, if this is a home address and this and that, we're not gonna do it, and there's too much kidnapping going on and stuff like that, like just insecure off the dribble, like a whole bunch of bullshit." So I'm like, look, hold on, let me tell you something. Look, check it. For one, did you even think about clicking on the address before you even said all this kidnapping stuff and stuff like that? This is a public place. This is a bar. For two, if you feel that fearful, why didn't you just send the address to your family member or a friend? Hey, I'm going to this guy's house, or I'm going to this address. Can you guys just if I go missing, this how he looks, this and this, why you didn't screenshot my pictures or anything?
Right.
If you're that fearful, if I'm fearful, I'm digging deep. Hey, bro, look, this the bitch address, this where she lives, this how she looks.
Right.
If I come up missing, this the bitch.
So wait, so did you? So did y'all get together?
No. Look, let me tell you. Oh my God, this bitch, I had to charge her to the game. So what happened was, I told her all that shit. And and she was like, you're a nice looking guy, and I'm like, wait, so my looks got you intimidated in a way that you feel like you're gonna get kidnapped? Are you serious? Come on now, bro. She's like, no, not so now I'm making her feel stupid now and shit like that. So I just charged her. Boom, didn't text her no nothing. So later on in that day, probably a few hours later, she was like, oh, this why I love y'all, man, because I'll be using this shit y'all be saying, y'all can't be scared to charge of it. You feel me? She's like, oh, I apologize. I came off a little bit wrong and shit like that. Yeah, bitch, bow down to a real nigga when you talking to him. Come on now. So I'm like, don't even worry about it.
Right.
It's all good. Don't even worry about it. So she's like, oh, so no date? So I'm like, damn. That's why I was calling you. What player shit can I hit her with, bro? So I just told her I got plans already. I already rescheduled plans, but you can meet me up at Starbucks, later on that night. So she was all like, oh, this why I really charged her. She's so fucking stupid. When I told her that, she was all like, oh, I'm gonna be busy, this and this and this and that. You know what I'm saying? Woo, woo. No, she was like, I thought you were busy that day. I'm like, yeah, I am. That's why I told you later on that day. Later on that night, because I'm going to be busy. So she was like, oh, basically some little excuse or something. So she, transferred the conversation as if I was telling her we're meeting up that day. So she replied oh, I can't come today, my babysitter or something. I'm like, what the fuck is this bitch talking about?
Wait, so what happened though? What's the ending of the situation?
I just charged her because I set it up for Sunday. I was like, look, because she was like, oh, I don't have no babysitter or something like that. So, like, I'm like, well, Sunday, like, basically either Sunday or no day. Like, you know what I'm saying? She was like, so she said, she's like, hold on, I might have one. So, I'm guessing in her stupid ass mind, you know, females, she probably thought I was talking about that day. But this is
the thing though. See, why are you indulging in that situation?
Like, what do you mean indulging in that situation?
Meaning, why are you even still talking to this woman?
I mean, I told her.
No, but that's the whole point. See, you talk about, you like, oh, she's being stupid and doing this and doing that, but you still dealing with her though.
But no, once I noticed that stupid shit, I just cut it off. Like, because I told her, look, if you want to see me, I can fit you in on this day at this time. But once I start seeing her stupid ass responses, that's when I officially like, okay, she's not on my level. She's on like some stupidity shit. Like, she's like, okay, she's really like not good quality because she's not talking my language. Like, you're talking about today or some shit like that. Like, and then once I noticed she was talking stupid like that, I was just done, finished. Like, nah. Right. Like, basically, why are you, that's when I'm like, okay, I can't talk to her, I can't nothing, because she's like, she don't have it all in the head, basically.
Right, well,
but basically, that day I was calling you, like, I was like, damn, what should I hit her with? Like, you know, because she's like, oh, no date. So I didn't respond, so that's why I was calling you, and then, you know, you was like, oh, that's the end of the line. So I'm like, oh, fuck.
Right, well, that's the thing. Well, hey, she's charged, and you just know from the next time, when you first start seeing the chick doing that goofy shit, you know, you got it. See, this is the thing. This is what I'll be telling dudes. Like, look, man, the more you start talking to more women and dealing with more women and getting more cooperation from certain chicks, is like little stuff like this. When this happens, it's like beneath you. You're like, look, I'm not even going to, you know, because when she hit you back, to my, oh, I apologize. I mean, like, at some point, you know, you got to be able to be like, look, I'm not even going to deal with her even though she apologized. You understand? Like, I already peeped it. Because 9 times out of 10, what you thought it was, it usually is. You feel what I'm saying? 9 times out of 10. You know what I'm saying? So, you know,
exactly.
you just gotta keep that shit pushing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because when I first charged her before she apologized to me, she was all insecure and talking about this and this and that. I'm like, if you already giving me problems right now, I can just fucking imagine it. And she was also saying like, oh yeah, like we're before she was like, we could go out in the public place, but we can't go back to my house. So I sent her the place and the time.
But see, this is what I'm saying. You still
going to your house. I don't know you.
But this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying though. You still hold on. This is what I'm saying. You still even talking about her though. Why? It's done. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's over. This is a wrap. This is what I'm saying. Like,
no. It's not that I care about the bitch or anything. I'm basically, you know, what I told you that I called you for. Like, so if next time something like that happens, I mean, it's charging the bitch, but in my head, I was like, man, I could probably get this bitch to get something about her. But now that, you know, you telling me now, like, I'm not even going to deal with it once I see some shit like that. Like, nah, because the last situation was something similar to this. So I'm not even going to go down that road.
But that's what I'm saying. Just freaking don't spend too much time on it, bro. I feel like you be spending too much time, you know what I'm saying? Like, even indulging in all that shit, bro. But I appreciate the call, my brother, all right?
All
right, man. Be safe. Peace. All right, people. It is about that time. Motherfuckers. All right. So, guys, remember, get this book, How to Have Sex 2 Minute a Day, ebook, hard copy, or audio book. Make sure you guys get this book. You feel what I'm saying? Also, remember, I'm going to be having a Black Friday through Cyber Monday sale. Make sure you guys, you know, check that out. I'm going to have, you know, the links and all that up pretty soon. Later on this week. You feel what I'm saying? What else? Make sure you guys go to badboymembership.com to join the Bad Boy membership so you can get 45 through 90-minute audio and video dating advice tutorials every month. Also, make sure that you guys go to undeniablegame.com to get the free program Undeniable Game, which teaches you 7 easy-to-follow tips on how to really attract beautiful women. And also, make sure you guys hit up the Patreons, people. Let me put the Patreon up in there. Patreon.com/Mr. Locario. And also make sure you guys check out the other Patreon, which is The Confidence Show. Patreon.com/The Confidence Show. Alright. So make sure you guys check that out. Danny said, why do you guys keep focusing on girls who play games? Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Don't even focus on that shit. Shout out to you, Daniel, Cam Mims, what up? Daquan Jenkins, Unique 79 in the building. M, Fiji Unlimited, Hitman, Nathan Wong. Who else? Brandon F, Ralph Severe, Slime Peso. Who else? Tony Legan, Money 101, Razor Ramon. Who else? Jay Holiday 3, Brandon F. Book Wisdom in the building. Theo C. Reggie Menard, Heathen Deluxe, Infinite Cash Flow in the building. Simple Sean, Brandon F. Jaren, Migtown. Who else? D Weeze. Man, shout out to everybody. I will holler at you guys again. I'm probably doing a Patreon exclusive probably tomorrow or Thursday. Well, not Thursday, because Thursday's Thanksgiving. You know what I'm saying? But I'll probably do a Patreon exclusive tomorrow then, or Wednesday. And I will keep you guys posted on the Black Friday sale. And I'll holler at you guys later. Remember, the truth is inside you. Peace. I'm gone.